So today's class is about functions of commercial bank. Previous class, you all have been made aware of what is bank and what are the qualities that makes an organization called to be a bank. So today's class is going to be about functions of commercial bank. I'll be explaining primary functions today, and in tomorrow's class you'll be getting secondary functions and other functions. In other functions, you learn about developmental functions and modern functions. To come about the primary functions of any bank, we have first acceptance of deposit. So here the first four is there in your syllabus. Remaining two you'll be learning about in further classes, maybe MCOM or so. So primary functions of commercial bank means what exactly a bank do. So till now you have been made aware of what is a bank, what are the definitions of bank, and also the qualities that make an organization bank. Now you'll see what exactly a bank does. This is very important topic, dear students. So please learn it well. So the first primary function we have is acceptance of deposit. Then you'll be seeing advancing of loans, creation of credit, and clearing of checks. Coming to acceptance of deposit, we have four types of deposits here: saving account, current account, fixed account, or let us say fixed deposit, and recurring deposit. Saving account means generally this is the account which we all first open in a bank, where whenever we want we can deposit money, or whenever we want we can withdraw money. Withdraw means taking money from our account. So saving account is something where bank doesn't pay that much of interest, though it pays, but it is not more than what is given in fixed account or fixed deposit account. Even when you go to ATM card, it will ask you what kind of account it is. So mostly we say savings account, and we withdraw money from that. Okay, and also the withdrawal limit is less. ATM, just see some banks they say that no, you can only withdraw up till 10,000. Some banks they say 25,000 or so. So that was about savings account. Next we have current account. Current account, number of withdrawals are there because these accounts are maintained by businessmen. Now business, everyday transaction, there will be so many times deposits are done and withdrawals are done, and that is why businessmen they go for current account, whereas in savings account you cannot withdraw those many times, and there is no interest which is given in deposits, current deposits to the businessmen. And also business banks, they provide certain useful services to these companies. It could be regarding collection of their checks, or collection of their bills, payment of their bills of exchange, and so that was about current account. Fixed deposit account, most of you must be knowing. Fixed చేసే అమౌంట్ అంటారు. అంటే ఏంటి? Locking some amount for some particular period of time. For example, if you lock 5 lakh rupees for next 10 years, after completion of 10 years, bank will give you 10 lakh rupees. Okay, so these 10 years you cannot touch that amount. If you want to withdraw, yes, you can withdraw, but then at a loss of getting the actual amount which you could have got. And interest amount given by banks on these deposits is very high. Why? Because when we open a savings account, whenever we ask, bank is giving us amount, but here fixed accounts, that 5 years if I am locking that 10 years I'm locking that 5 lakhs, bank can use that 5 lakhs in its own business, in its own circulation of money. So that was about fixed deposit. Recurring deposit means, as the term itself says, recurring means again and again. Recurring deposit, what happens is monthly or once in 2 months, the account holder will fix. For next 2 years, every month I will be giving 2,000 rupees. I'm just quoting it as an example. So every month I'm supposed to give that 2,000 rupees to bank, or I may say that you can deduct that 2,000 from my bank every month and deposit it in my recurring deposit account. So that is about recurring deposit account, and only withdrawn can be done after that 2 years, whatever I have agreed the terms and conditions upon. So this was about deposits. The next one we have is advancing loans. Now the previous function you have seen deposits which bank is receiving. Now how bank is giving cash to people is this second one, that is advancing loans. అప్పులు ఏ విధంగా ఇస్తున్నారు అన్నదే advancing loans. Now cash credit means giving amount to someone. Now cash, how bank is giving this? By hypothecating certain thing with the bank. Hypothecating means keeping some security. It could be your vehicle, it could be your home or your gold loan antaru. Gold పెట్టుకొని bank డబ్బులు ఇచ్చేదాన్ని. So that is what is called as cash credit. Now what bank is doing, for example, I went to a bank and I wanted some 10 lakh rupees. I gave my house documents, I mortgaged my home and I took those 10 lakhs. So what bank will do, in my bank account the 10 lakhs will be put, and right from that moment I have to give interest to bank every month. Whether I take that 10 lakhs from my account and use or not is a secondary thing. Bank has sent it means it is mine now. The papers will be with bank, but I have to make sure that as the time period I have said, I'll have to repay my loan and take my house documents from the bank. Otherwise what bank will do, it will take possession. అంటే నా ఇంటి డాక్యుమెంట్స్ పెడతాను, అప్పు తీసుకుంటాను, తీసుకోపోతే బ్యాంక్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, నా ఇంటిని జప్తు చేసేస్తుంది. అండ్ దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ అవే ఫర్ సమ్ ఆక్షనింగ్ అంటే వేలం పాటలోని నా ఇల్లుని అమ్మేస్తారు. సో సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. దెర్ ఇస్ అగైన్ అ ప్రొసీజర్ విచ్ యూ లెర్న్. సో దట్ వాజ్ అబౌట్ క్యాష్ క్రెడిట్. Overdraft means this is basically mostly used by businessmen, whoever is maintaining current deposit account. Overdraft means drawing amount more than what is there in your bank. For example, in my bank account there is 2 lakh rupees, but I want 2,10,000. Will bank give? It generally doesn't give, but there are certain terms and conditions. If I go by that, bank will give that as a credit. అదనంగా ఇచ్చిన 10,000 కూడా నాకు అప్పుగా ఇవ్వచ్చు. Later on I am supposed to pay that excess of 10,000 back to the bank. So such facility called as overdraft is also there, which is provided by banks. Next we have call loans. Call loans or money at call, both are same. Now these loans are given maximum for 14 days and it is not for general public, it is for financial institutions or other banks. Now for example, an account holder, he went to bank and he said that I want, in my bank account there are 70 lakhs, I want to draw 30 lakhs today. And do you think bank can immediately do that? Banks generally what they do is they start with certain amount, let us say some 10 lakhs amount in a day. 30 lakhs they cannot get immediately. So that particular bank, what they'll do, they'll go to a neighboring bank and borrow amount. That is what is called as money at call. So that bank will adjust. Now this is what is business, helping one bank helping the other bank, and that is how their daily business is done. And during that day as many deposits are coming, that amount is anyhow there. So banks, this is how they work. They start with certain amount in a day, and if they need excess amount, they borrow it from other banks and repay them as soon as possible. So that is what is called as money at call or call loans. Next we have discounting of bills. Bill of exchange is an instrument, dear students, which is used by businessmen. Like how we use చెక్ ఇస్తే బిజినెస్ ఎలా చేస్తామో బిల్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ కూడా అలాంటిదే ఒక ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్. అందులోని అంతాను కండిషన్స్ అవి రాసుకొని రెండు పార్టీస్ సైన్ చేసి విదిన్ 3 months, మ్యాక్సిమం ఇట్స్ మోస్ట్లీ మేడ్ ఫర్ 3 months, అండ్ దట్ డాక్యుమెంట్ ఈస్ సో జెన్యూన్ దట్ యూ కెన్ టేక్ అండ్ సెల్ ఇట్ అవే to a bank. So what bank does, for example, if my A and B are there, A has drawn a bill, B has bought something from A and is supposed to repay some amount, and B has promised that in 3 months I'll give you back that amount, and a bill is made. Now A wanted that amount before 3 months. What A can do, can go give away in the bank, and bank will give that amount, let us say some 1 lakh rupees. But now bank, because bank is giving this service, what bank will do, it will charge some fees. So that is what is called as discount. Instead of 1 lakh rupees, bank will only give 95,000, let us say. So that 5,000 is profit for bank. But later on, when bank is getting amount from B, will get complete 1 lakh. So here all the parties are benefited. B did not had money at the time of purchase, so took credit from A. A got the amount before time, and bank got excess amount, that is 5,000, which as a part of discounting. Now next we have investment loans to various small entrepreneurs, small businessmen. It could be short term loans. Short term loans means minimum 1 year, medium term loans 1 to 5 years, and long term loans are basically more than 5 years. And other than all these kinds of advancing loans, there is one more, that is credit to government. How these banks are giving credit to government is by investing in their securities. By investing in the securities or government, their money is going to the government. So that is how, even like this, they are helping the government. So these were first two. If we say next is creation of credit. Now creation of credit is how it is a function of bank is like, again, it creates a demand for deposit. Customers are depositing with them, and the banks are circulating this amount. So it is kind of, the public accepting. Even whenever the loans are given, public is ready. We are all ready. We give our acceptance that yes, in 10 years or 5 years I'll repay it, otherwise you can do so and so thing. So that is how the banks are able to supply money in the country. This is how banks are actually creating money. That is process called as creation of credit, means encouraging the account holders to deposit and also helping the people by giving them loans and all. Now next very important primary function is clearing of checks. Check is a credit instrument, dear students. Credit instrument means, credit means where there is no cash involved. So here one of the instruments you have, I just explained, bill of exchange. Promissory note is a credit instrument. Check is a credit instrument. So what banks are doing, they clear, they issue, they deposit. Like for example, A and B are there. A got a check from B of 5 lakh rupees, and A took it to bank and did all the procedures, and that amount will be transferred to A's account. So cash, here we are avoiding cash, and checks are dealt when it is when the amount is big. Most of the people, they feel insecure to carry so much of cash, so their checks, they play very important role. So again, about checks you learn in detail. Right now, for you to understand, it's must that the check, when we are taking it to bank, it should be dated of that date. You cannot put the previous day or the before day date on check, otherwise it won't be acceptable. If you don't know how does a check look like, now everyone has got a passbook at home, and most of us, we have checks also, checkbooks as well. Just see how does it look. Pay, where is the amount filled, how it's written in words. Check numbers you can see on the checkbook, and it will be engraved there, the signature. And so that was about the primary functions, dear students. Tomorrow I'll be taking up the secondary functions. Hope you all understood. Have a